We're on the air. This is Radio Entrepreneurs. Welcome everybody to 2016 Stories on Entrepreneurship, and we are big into publishing stories. You can find us on the web on Radio Entrepreneurs. Type it into your smartphone, get the app, and listen to us anytime.
Why don't I introduce the next guest,
Great.
who I met at a show and was very impressed with his art. Our next guest is Paul Nguyen of Paul Nguyen Photographs. Hi, Paul.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Peter likes art. So what was it about you that he liked?
Maybe you can tell me, Peter, what it was about me that you liked. But was it my style, my presentation, the professionalism of my booth? What was it, Peter?
I think all three, actually. Yeah. It drew my wife's attention and mine as well with the uniqueness of your art, which is, I think, quite unique photographs. And the time-lapse photographs really were impressive.
Thank you. So my style involves a lot of shooting at times when people aren't shooting. So I do a lot of low-light photography. I do a lot of photography in pitch black sometimes, and I'm just making use of what little available light sometimes that there is, like starlight, moonlight, just the very shreds of sunlight that appear on the horizon before dawn and after dusk. And to do that, I require long exposures. And because of that, it brings out color that people don't see in regular photographs. And it brings out a certain atmosphere that a lot of people don't see. So it really creates a unique look. And I think that's the way a lot of people identify me, is this low light, long exposure landscape photography.
I wouldn't be able to do justice to describing, how unique your art is. But it was really quite impressive to see various levels of light, various levels of color in very unique situations in such a broad format. And, I don't know that I've seen that before. So, I guess my question would be, how did you come to start doing that?
He knows how to work the aperture.
Yeah, that's part of it.
This is more than aperture. This is sort of a desire.
And you know how to use a
something
tripod.
different.
Are you using film or are you digital? You
I'm
must
digital
be on film.
now.
You're digital now?
I'm digital now, yeah. I started when I was a 12-year-old in film. That was in the very
Couple
early
years
90s. No, yeah. Sometime in the early 90s, back in the tail end of what we would consider the film era.
Right.
And so, yeah, I have a lot of experience. I photographed with my dad when I was little. From that point, I was basically dad-taught and self-taught. And using a tripod is a big part of it. And kind of over the years, I was just looking for ways to do photography that wasn't so conventional, and it required a little bit more of a planned approach. So I think a lot of people don't realize that my photography has so much kind of forethought that goes into it. So I'll think of the shot that I need to make, and then I basically have to map out a location. I have to look at tide tables if the shot is on the ocean. I have to look at the moon phase. The sunrise, sunset is obvious, of course, but then the moon phase, if I want to make shots involving moonlight, if I want to make shots using the Milky Way, it's got to be during the summer at a certain time when the Milky Way appears vertically in the south. So there's a lot of thought that goes into it, and that goes into a lot of this technique that I will eventually teach to students that I have, is how to plan for shoots, how to research for shoots. So there's a lot more that goes into it than just showing up with a camera.